Hello and welcome. Today we're working on how to calculate a car payment in Excel. Excel is excellent with interest rates and what's called time value of money. And so this is a good time value of money exercise. I have a whole playlist on time value of money. I'll link to it below. So here we're going to calculate a car payment and also do some what if analysis. What if the loan is a little bit higher, lower, or whatever. So let's say Morgan buys a car for $36,000. Her loan is 8% interest for 60 months. That's a 5-year loan, 60-month car payments. So what is her monthly car payment? And we're going to use the PMT function in Excel. So all I've done is put the car loan is $36,000. The interest rate is 8%. Remember, that's a decimal point 0.08, so 8%. And the total months is 60. So I'm going to use the PMT function. You can type it in Excel. In fact, you'll see a lot of videos where they type it and start, and you have to then figure out how that works. I think there's a better way to show this now, and certainly for me to show this to you on a video, but also I think there's a better way just to do it. So FX up here on the formula bar, it says Insert Function. So what I'm going to do is just bring up the formula builder. Now, since I have a Mac, it's attached to the right. If you have Windows, then you'll have a pop-up in the middle, and you can move it around a little bit. So I'm going to search for PMT. That's the name of the function we're looking for. And that's going to calculate a payment. So we're going to have the rate. So we need 8%. Now this is an annual rate. We're going to divide it by 12 to make it a monthly rate. The number of periods, we're not going to do 5. That's 5 years. We're not making 5 annual payments. We're making 60 monthly payments. So there's 60 months. The present value is going to be $36,000. That's the amount of the loan. And the future value is at the end going to be 0. We're not going to owe any money on this loan at the very end. We can ignore this last one. We're going to assume payments happen at the end of the period. So we're going to have the car payment is going to be $729.95. Some people get hung up on, it's negative, what do I do? Well, you know that you have received $36,000, that's a plus, and you're paying $729.95, that's a negative. Now you know how this works. You don't go buy a car and they say, hey, we're so happy for you to have this car, we'll pay you $729 a month. Well, yeah, that didn't work that way. I wish, right? But your car payment is going to be a negative out of your pocket. You understand this. So I'm going to change this and just put a negative in front of the whole formula here. And that way, you know it's going to be a car payment that you're paying out of your pocket, reduces the cash you have, and $729. So let's calculate now what's the total cost. 60 months times $729. So we're going to make a $43,000 of payments, almost $800. So I've run the math over here, the difference here, so don't worry about that yet. So what we have is, if you have this car loan, then it's $730 is what you want to think about monthly budget. Well, let's do some what if analysis. So I'm going to copy this over here. See if I can get this all to work here. So I have the original numbers here. So 729. So let's say that we have, instead of having a car loan of $36,000, let's make it 30. What if we could buy a car for $30,000, or we could make a $6,000 down payment, or if we could have a trade-in of $6,000? So I'm going to point to the $30,000 rather than the $36,000. So our car payment would go down to $608, and our total cost would be $36,000. We'd have to go ahead and add the $6,000 difference, right? At this point, you have to remember the $6,000 if you made a down payment, or if you just bought a cheaper car, you're saving not just $6,000, but $6,000 plus interest, almost $7,300. So the next one, what if we have, by the way, the opposite's true. What if we bumped it up to $40,000? You say, hey, I don't really worry about it. I'm going to owe $40,000. Well, then you're spending an extra $4,800, $4,900 just by spending that extra $4,000 on a loan. Well, what if we extend? One of the things that people do, they don't really think about it. Sometimes they go to the car dealer and they really like this car. It's the right color. It looks good. Doesn't have funny noises like your car does. And so you think, well, hey, I really want this car. What can I do to make it happen? and they say, well, here's what we can do. We can bump it up to 72 months. So instead of paying for 5 years, you pay for 6 years. So let me make this 72 months. And the payment goes down to $631. You say, oh, that's great. But what's the trade-off? The trade-off is you're paying for 72 months, you're paying $45,000, and you're paying an extra $1,600. But you've got your car, but you're paying for it for 6 years rather than 5. The other thing they might do is say, let's do it for 84 months. Well, your payment goes down again, but your total cost goes up again. So there's a trade-off between the term and the amount of the payment, but the total cost. If you could pay off that loan in 48 months, then the payment's higher each month, but your total cost is lower. It's a trade-off. You got to think about how that works. What if it were the interest rate bumped up to 10%? Let's change the interest rate to 10%. Well, if the interest rate instead of being 8 is now 10, then you're paying a little bit more every month, and you're paying a little bit more total. It's going to cost you about $2,000. So if you have a good credit rating and your interest rate is only 6% rather than the original 8, that's going to save you about $2,000 in this example. So that's how you do a car payment and also what if analysis in Excel. Hey, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.